And my experience with life is pretty awesome. Somebody told me probably like a little over 2 weeks ago, they like, you know, if you so rich and this and that, which I never even brought up money, but they like, if you so rich, if you got so much money, how come you know, not in a bigger place and all of this other type of stuff? I'm like, why would I spend additional money just to make other people feel good about me? Like, I'm in a very great space. The third thing that I said, and I forgot what the percentages was, and you can go back through.
Not the full thing.
I was on time. I'm gonna just say that.
Hey, yes, we expected it. I already knew that.
All right, boom, right there. He said I was on time.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
He doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And how many?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Infamous, show us that you're black again.
He said, show us that you're black again. Show us that you're black again.
Bro, I don't need it.
Do they be looking?
Bro, I'm not in a zoo, man.
Why would they do that?
Show us that you're black again.
Be like I'm some kind of zoo animal, man.
You might as well call infamous Russell Wilson.
Friends is Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you.
Let me get the band on fire.
Show us that. Infamous, show us that you're black again.
Thursday.
He said, show us that you're black again. Show us that you're black again.
All right, let me see where we get into it. Let me see where the conversation first started off.
Who got something to say, like what you say and what I say, I think it's going to be interesting.
I do too. Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, we had a great conversation too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
Shout
conversation.
out to Darlene. Let me first say that Darlene is one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Absolutely going to have to retract that statement because, Darlene, I don't know you from a can of paint, but how are you going to just stand there as a bystander, absolutely mute, has her lips zipped, while Corey is talking about somebody's kids on social media? That's some crazy ass work. So let me get this straight, Darlene. You are a woman and you're just going to stay silent when a whole grown ass entity, 65 plus, Corey, grown ass man talking about a daughter, a minority daughter, a African American, a black daughter, as if she is not already underneath the pressure of the world. The black man, Corey, is going to crucify her in front of the masses. Now, I'm all for fair game. I'm all for rebuttal. I'm all for speaker peace. But when have we become so low as a society that we are now attacking people's kids? Your mama jokes is as far as it gets. You talk about your mama, we're about to fight. Now we're talking about people's kids? That's some crazy work. Corey, the gentleman to the right, ladies and gentlemen, he is a comedian. Now, I never even heard of him. The first time I found out about this content creator was through this altercation. And this man is so petty, he can't take his L on the chin. He has to attack somebody's kids.
Real, sweet, slow motion. Talk to her for a while. Shout out to Darlene. All right, we go.
Absolutely not. Once again, Darlene, she was mute, ice cold silent when Corey was going in on somebody's daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and play that clip to put stuff into context, because this is some crazy work. Grown-ass man talking about somebody's kids.
How to get the... What's up, nigga? After we wiped her lip off from what was dripping out of it, we was fucking again. And I told her, I can't really be around you no more, because I can't control you. You crazy. You really are who you say you are. That motherfucker, bitch up out of here. I didn't say nothing. You are. Young lady. It is. What happened with, because you told me he on there with Gooch and Yuck them. He can't claim Christianity over everything.
Asked him something about his wife as well. So it was known.
You would normally never be around.
Asked him.
I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker bragged on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
The Holcomb incident.
Froze.
Now,
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga,
That's cool,
don't.
Mo daughter.
That's who?
Not cool, Mo D. Cool, Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. Who the fuck is that, nigga? This motherfucker cat. I'm the captain now. Look at it. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Don't make no more daughters.
Crazy ass work. Now, I understand Corey is a comedian, but how you gonna be talking about somebody's kids? This is a disagreement. This is a feud between two gentlemen, two men. Why are you using ammo to attack a young lady, a black lady, and she is an athlete? So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep it a beam. When you are in a sporting event, your hair is not going to be looking the best, especially at a young age. So to attack a innocent soul, leave her out of it. That's some crazy ass work. Let's go back into the content, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your take. Is Corey wrong for attacking a minority, a underage girl, when he's a grown ass man? That's some crazy work.
Go ahead and go through this a little bit. I'm gonna try to speed this up.
You don't need to go.
I made sure that she felt good about this.
Yeah, you don't need to butter.
We still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show that she'll be proud of.
Oh, brother. Too old, that man.
Greg going out here doing his thing. I'm gonna do all politics because that ain't what the show
We
about.
got to get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
Like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
So
I be trying to laugh
right
with the
away,
bros,
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna be so honest and so real. In the very beginning, when we first started this, I realized that he didn't have the intellectual capacity to have a real conversation.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
This is the honest to God truth.
What's crazy work is that Corey can't debate politically, but he sure enough can attack somebody's kids. And that's what I'm harping on this content, ladies and gentlemen, is that as a grown-ass entity, how are you going to have the nerve, your God-given brain, to attack somebody's kids? A black woman, somebody's daughter, you want to add her to your segment, use her as ammo. That is a low blow, and that is beyond man code. People saying, oh, what did Anton Daniels expect? Corey is a comedian. It's all fair game. Nah. There's codes and ethics and rules to everything. These new age ninjas, they're the ones that don't have code and ethics and morals in these streets. They don't have any type of rules. But there used to be a thing called morals, ethics, and don't go below the belt. How you going to attack somebody's kids? Once again, it used to go as far as mama jokes. Your mama this, your mama that. And that's as far as it went. But never about somebody's kids on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. We know how the internet goes. People are going to clip form. They're going to repeat that clip repeatedly. And now that daughter, Anton Daniels' daughter, now forever is going to have to face scrutiny, which is overall going to make her a stronger, better person. But once again, this is catching stray. She has nothing to do with this beef.
I mean, how do you want me to break this down? Greatest country in the world. You don't know the history of slavery. He really don't even know the laws. You don't know about what happened with black people. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know you're benefiting and you're sitting here living on the land that it is that you're talking about. You can't give any real examples. This was not going to be an intellectual conversation.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
That was a shot to let everybody that was watching that live stream know that Corey was late. Did he have to do that? No, he didn't have to do that. But that was a shot. He was checking the temperature right there. It was some bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. All right? So right there, Corey, being from Chicago, should have known he was on bullshit right there. He was late.
For the record, Corey, your emotional intelligence, the fact that you can't read the room, I don't know if Chicago ninjas are going to claim you after this situation, because a Chicago ninja is not going to allow somebody to come in their house with their shoes on, feet up on a coffee table, open up your refrigerator, and leave with the door wide open. That's what Anton Daniels did on your platform, because he called you a dick sucker 4 times, big boss. He said that you give fellatio 4 times in your house. Then he proceeds to invite you to fight in your studio. Even though if he was copping or not, he still was huffing and puffing on your platform. You get up, keys jangling everywhere like you're a janitor. I don't know what your second occupation is. It's not my business, but no man needs that many keys on his waistband. Then you proceed to hold a microphone in front. A whole grown man goes in front of another man holding a microphone in a very wishy-washy suspect position. It looks like he's a professional. He's holding the microphone like this, talking about, say that I suck dick again. Say that I suck dick again. Pause. Big pause, my guy. You said it like 40 times. Antoine said it 4 times. You said it 40 times. As if the 5th time is going to be any more significant than the first time. 1 time is already too much. So he punked you on your own show, dog walked you. Then you wait a whole week to make a show on your platform talking about the man's daughter?
Shouldn't have been late, right? You're supposed to be a professional.
And for everyone that's making content defending Corey, you have every right to have an opinion. But let's keep it a beam. We're seeing the same footage. There's no AI. This is the same footage that every content creator is using. How are you siding with Corey when he's attacking somebody's daughter? That's some crazy work. A lot of these content creators are exposing themselves because, once again, there has to be some type of ethics and rules. It's all for a game when it's 2 men going at it, but the kid has nothing to do with the feud between these 2 men.
He's opening the show, and Anton says he was on time. He kind of throwing him under the bus, right? Because none of us would have known that unless Anton wouldn't have said it. So he's setting it right. He's setting the tone right there. So Corey should have known.
That's why I got here almost on time.
I was on time.
My man. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know. We said.
This is the happiest Corey was on the show was the beginning. As soon as he started to talk about politics, sunk like a battleship. B1 to your A4. Sunk your battleship.
We said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you're here. Because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash within something bad, just people who got something to say, like what you say and what I say. I think it's going to be interesting.
Now, the reason why he said it's going to be a clash like this, if you follow Anton, they had a phone call prior to him coming on the show. And the way Anton explained it was, they knew it was going to be a heated debate. I don't think they knew it was going to. I think Anton knew. Anton knew which way he wanted to go, and I'm going to explain that a little bit later. Excuse me, but they knew it was going to get heated.
I do too. Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, we had a great conversation.
Right there. I think it's going to be really interesting. Anton is a content creator. He's not a street guy. Now, I know
my experience with life is pretty awesome. Somebody told.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have fun of this situation. Antoine, why did you delete this video? I'm going to have to call it spade a spade. It's not about Corey. This is about Antoine's daughter. That's what I'm really flabbergasted about. She did not deserve that stray bullet. But Antoine, as a grown-ass man, why are you dressed up in a hot dog suit jacket? Now, I understand this was in 2020, put stuff into context, and he was trying to force the audience to pay attention to you. So of course, you wearing a hot dog outfit definitely is going to get the views up. But crazy work. You want to talk about you from Detroit, Michigan, the Dirty D, the same place where Eminem is from, ladies and gentlemen. And you wearing a hot dog suit?
I mean, probably like a little over 2 weeks ago, they like, you know, if you so rich and this and that, which I never even brought up money, but they like, if you so rich, if you got so much money, how come you know, not in a bigger place and all of this other type of stuff? I'm like, why would I spend additional money just to make other people feel good about me? Like, I'm in a very great space. The third thing that I said, and I forgot what the percentages was, and you can go back through.
Guy, after this has happened, but I think all that shit is for content too. But I think he had a motive going in.
Station too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
I
conversation.
buttered it up, so.
You don't need to butter.
I made sure that I made
me
sure that she felt good about this.
up. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to butter.
We still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show that she'll be proud of.
Oh, brother, too old. That man don't want this.
I know.
Your chat think they tough. I noticed
They
that.
think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We
You
seen
charging them up.
we seen
Uh-oh, here we
we
go,
seen
yeah.
worse. You know, I don't pay attention to niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know what? I always
I
hate
promise to
motherfuckers
God, bro.
talk, and they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Well, now they've gotten so
Pause.
savvy where they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like,
Somebody
oh,
said-
okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody said, what Craig had here on Time Out? Craig had a show, fool.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the introduction of the interview between Corey and Antoine. Corey proceeds to say, let's get to it. And his first question is, how do you feel about the white man conquering the United States? Antoine doesn't answer that question. And Corey is trying to force him to answer that question. And instead of keeping it 10 toes down, Antoine finesses Corey and gets him highly emotional by calling him a D-sucker. And he completely forgets his stance, his original argument, and the show goes straight to H-E-L-L. So, Corey, when you're giving an interview, just my 2 cents, do not let somebody go on your platform, dog walk you, force you to switch seats, play musical chairs, ring around a rosy, duck, 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 goose, got you switching seats on your own platform. Then he proceeds to invite you to fight, regardless if he has security or not. That's still highly disrespectful. We got to stop the cap. People talking about that Anton Daniels wasn't about that action. If somebody comes in your house and threatens you to fight, I don't care if he's bluffing or not. That is highly disrespectful in your house. We got to stop the cap. Then Corey proceeds to apologize for Antoine, talking about, I don't think you knew what you said when you said that I give fellatio. How you going to speak for the next man? That's some crazy work.
Get to it all, but
We gonna try.
there's so much to say. I got to ask you this, just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't gonna do all politics, because that ain't what the show
We
about.
gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want to.
Now you see him rolling up his sleeves? Now I ain't saying that he could have just been rolling them up just to be rolling them up, but he already alluded to he was gonna get on some type of bullshit from the very start. So him rolling up his sleeves could be him getting prepared.
I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons?
I
I'm
think
talking
that's a
about
part
this
of the
nation, the U.S.
That's a part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand. Do you think
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist.
Absolutely, regardless of how you feel about it. That's how SHIT works. You come, you conquer, you claim. Now, how they did it, I don't condone it, but who am I? I'm just trying to go back to my home and pay my bills, ladies and gentlemen. Now, does that make it right? What they did? Absolutely not. Blood was shed. Land that wasn't theirs, they conquered and they erased the history books, making it seem like they was here the whole time. Stop the cap. So Corey could have articulated, he could have said a better choice of vocabulary words and said, the white man said that he came and conquered, but in reality, who was here first? Make Antoine answer those type of questions.
Way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
You're a smart man.
Right. I studied it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American man,
putting work in, said we took it. What anyone gonna do about it? Absolutely. There is a reason why people risk their lives to come to America. Regardless of what's going on in the United States, it is the best place to turn a dollar out of 15 cents. It's the land of opportunity. People come to America to send money back home to change their situation. Meanwhile, you have United States citizens residing in America, complaining when people are risking their lives to come to the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop the cap. Where in the world are you able to change your situation the way that you can change your situation in the United States? We are living in the home of the land and the brave and the free, but we also cannot forget history. There is a reason why we're free, because blood was shed. Ain't nothing sweet out here. And if you don't like America, then leave. Simple as that. There's so many other places. Australia, Asia. You can get a pop in Asia. You can go to the Philippines, and the price of $1, man, y'all complaining about rent, man. Y'all could be living like a king in the Philippines. But if you want to reside in the United States, how are you going to be a hater and you live here? Then you want to backdoor and say voting doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what Corey said. He said voting doesn't matter. Now, I understand a lot of people don't vote, but he then proceeds to backdoor and say, but I want to uproot the people in power. How are you going to uproot people in power if voting doesn't matter? Tell me how that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were.
Ladies and gentlemen, it be your own kind. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. Our own kind sold us. That's some crazy work.
Sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
You heard Darlene. What's her name? Darlene. She agreed with Anton. She said, mm-hmm.
Correct.
So the white people they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people,
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to stop the victim mindset in 2026. There's a lot of content creators, even in real life, there's people that want to push being a victim. Now, I understand if we don't talk about the past, it's going to be erased because, once again, in these school systems, they are removing these textbooks of what happened in the past because it's too aggressive for the kids' eye. They're too sensitive. It's too vulgar. So they're trying to put the Pocahontas, the Christopher Columbus, as if Christopher Columbus was the only guy to come to America. We got to stop the cap. So content creators, people in reality that talk about the history, make sure that it doesn't get erased. With that being said, that doesn't mean to blame the white T man. The white T man is not going to stop you from walking outside. The white T man is not going to stop you from going out there and get it and taking care of the bills that needs to be taken care of. There is no limitations. We're not living in 1925, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, we can understand what happened in the past, but we can't have a victim mindset talking about the white man this, the white man that. The white man is not going to stop you from paying your bills. So let me get this straight. You're going to go to your leasing office, call your landlord, talking about the white man is holding me back in 2026. Stay away from people that have that type of mindset. Also, stay away from people that want to push being a victim as if that's cool, especially if you are a enabled, healthy body that doesn't need assistance to move. Imagine God give you another chance to wake up today and you waste your time complaining. You waste your time complaining to the white team man. The white team man don't give 2F what you do, man. You can jump off a cliff for all he cares. You have free will to make your decision, and you are a exact replication of your choices.
The thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us.
Antoine, gonna have to keep it a bean. Racism is not instilled in all of us. First of all, a baby is not born to be racist. We have to stop the cap. A baby is pure as it can be. Racism is taught in the household through these F-ass people raising these F-ass kids. Hate is taught. It's not instilled. You're not born of racism. We got to stop the cap.
Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Maybe because you go through that. You can't speak for all black people. That's another ignorant ass statement. Black people is the most racist people you ever met in your entire life. We got to stop the cap. Maybe the reason why you feel like that is because they're holding you to the fire, because we're going to have to keep it YouTube friendly, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why you're receiving the threats that you are, because you're roughing a couple of feathers, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood because it's freedom of speech. It comes with the territory.
We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on.
Another false statement. Antoine just said, we don't even like each other. You have to speak for yourself. You're projecting, Antoine. Now, as for me, where I reside in the world, when I see my own kind, I'm happy, ladies and gentlemen.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
I barely even see my own kind. So when I do, oh man, I'm like, yo, you still alive, my brother?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Yo, keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Also in the classroom, as you know it, ladies and gentlemen, in the undergraduate, yeah, you see your own people in the undergrad, but when you start to get close to graduation, you barely even see your own kind. It'd be you and one more other person, if that, especially in corporate America. So yeah, once again, you cannot speak for all black people. That's extremely, extremely ignorant to say. That's some crazy work.
Later, okay. We don't even like each other. And so black people participate.
This man talking about all black people is racist. And then he wants to be surprised when he receives the backlash that he receives. For that, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to blast Antoine. I'm so sorry.
My experience with life is pretty awesome. Somebody told me probably like,
my God, he's selling out in a hot dog costume. Ladies and gentlemen, this man deleted this video off his page because he doesn't want the perception of him being this realest dude. I'm him. He says, I'm him, right? Let's play that clip. He says, I'm him.
Because white people follow me. They supposed to, because I'm the truth, nigga. Why wouldn't white people follow me? I'm the truth to them too. Man? I'm the truth to you. You just in denial. They get in this game. Why wouldn't white people follow me? Nigga, I'm a G to everybody. I'm the man to everybody, not just to you, not just to our community. I'm the man to everybody.
I be trying to
when I'm in the streets.
A little over 2 weeks ago, they like, you know, if you so rich and this and that, which I never even brought up money, but they like, if you so rich, if you got so much money, how come you know, not in a bigger place and all of this other type of stuff? I'm like, why would I spend additional money just to make other people feel good about?
So you say that you're him. Why is him wearing a hot dog suit?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
People come up to me and say, oh my God, can I take a picture? And your girl too. Why wouldn't they? Nigga, I want everybody to follow me. I'm not limited. Nigga. I don't have no ceiling. I'm him. I've been him.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Like, I'm in a very great space. The third thing that I said, and I forgot what the percentages was, and
some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery in the United States before?
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that then this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you niggas
What do y'all want? Like, because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is going to help y'all?
A whole thing that has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented, and I'm tired of niggas that ain't.
Once again, we're going to have fun with this content, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to call a spade and keep it in the middle. So you said that you're about solutions, right? Why did you have the interview with Fleece Johnson make you laugh and giggle like a little girl, talking about your body looks nice, your butt looks nice, pause. And instead of responding, yo, keep it professional or I'm out of here, say one more out of line joke or comment about my body, my appearance, and this interview is over. But you laugh.
I think you got a nice butt. If we was in prison, I'll have to get with you.
Think you look good. Nah. Think you look good. Think you look good. I got to see what's up with you, right? I mean, you don't think you look good. Not that. I don't look that good. Do you think you look good? Nah. Do you think you got a nice body? No. Nice butt? No. I do. Jesus Christ. You got low self-esteem, but let's get back. I'm going to show you respect, you know.
Do you have a nice body? Do you have a nice butt? Well, I do. And you have low self-esteem, but I'm not going to disrespect you. Let's get back to the content. First of all, why are you answering these questions? Second of all, why did you agree to have an interview with Fleece Johnson, knowing his track record? Third of all, why are you giggling like a little girl when a whole entity is telling you that you have a nice body? Ain't nothing funny about that. It's being recorded. You of all people should know that this video is going to live as long as we are breathing. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to live forever on the internet. But you laughing and giggling like shit is sweet. Crazy work. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in this position and somebody's crossed the line, because you can have an interview, but when they cross the line, you got to say, yo, keep it professional or I'm out. But instead you laugh. Crazy work.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Do shit, complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. Like, you've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. What are you saying? Like,
because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these.
That's facts. That's absolutely. This generation, of course, they face their hardship and struggles and tribulations, but it's nothing compared to the slaves back when slavery was coherent. It's nothing even close. It doesn't mean that racism doesn't exist, but it's not in the same category, not in the same level as once it once was, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to stop the cap. These new generation ninjas doesn't know what racism really is. You can get a job. You can go out in society, not have to be looking over your shoulder because a white team man's talking about, boy, where you coming from, boy?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
These internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point.
Is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an equity. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this point.
Absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
He 100% right as far as the Republican thing, as far as Abraham Lincoln being a Republican, freeing the slaves. For a long time, blacks voted Republican. Up to about Lyndon B. Johnson, when Lyndon B. Johnson and realized that black people were loyal based on what they were given, because they were given slavery. And that's why we were devout Republicans. Policies really didn't matter. We just voted Republican because Abraham Lincoln gave us slavery. And once they realized that, they gave us welfare, and we flipped Democrat. So I 100% agree with him on that.
I'm telling you
Right,
what
you
it
saying
stands for.
you don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
And we were taught by our
about
parents.
Come on.
We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right?
That's true. Especially if your parents is like boomers.
Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board, we were taught to vote that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely true. We was taught to vote Democrat regardless of who was in office. We was taught to vote Democrat, and now we see the truth because the scales was covered on top of our eyes and they're falling down. We was blind, and now we can see now, ladies and gentlemen, the perception, the deception of Democrat. First of all, let's keep it a being. Welfare checks only came through because they wanted to separate the household so that families can now depend on the government for assistance instead of keeping the household together, because there is strength in unity. But how they can break that apart is for the American, the Black American, the minority to depend on government assistance. And how they do that, they made it a Democratic Party for welfare checks. Yo, vote for me and we'll give you welfare checks. We'll take care of you. So that's how they finessed the Democratic Party, was through the welfare check, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it a being.
No matter what. You vote Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties. On a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say there's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
That's the fundamental difference.
I'm gonna tell you this. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans.
Hey, Zarfies, we ain't skipping over FDR.
Everything you said, I can't wait till you tell me. Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done.
We get that.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do, or they allow him to do.
Facts.
Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're gonna keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it. We
I
have a
haven't
less.
I heard everything
have
you
le-
said.
we have a
I
less
can't
than-
wait till you tell me how voting
have a
makes a
less-
difference in this country.
We have
For the record, voting makes a difference because our ancestors literally died for the opportunity for us to vote. Blood was shed so we can vote. So that's highly disrespectful. Now, I understand there's a lot of people that don't vote, but to come in front of the masses, knowing that this video is going to circulate on the internet, having your own platform, kids are watching you. How are you going to say voting doesn't matter? Then you backdoor and say, but we have to uproot the people in power. Tell me how that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen.
a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You missed.
Do you know what the sucker SHIT is? By you saying that voting doesn't matter, and then you want to backdoor and say, but I want to uproot the people in power. So how are you going to uproot somebody in power if you don't vote? You want a militia? You're going to go out there with burning stakes and pitchforks?
I gave it all for fantasy.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
What?
What?
You have to uproot the people in power, but voting is for suckers. Do y'all hear the ignorance? We have to uproot the people in power, but voting is for suckers. How are we going to uproot the people in power if you don't vote? That's who Anton Daniels is having an interview with. That's some crazy work. So what I'm trying to understand, why did this interview take place? Because clearly Corey can't go tit for tat with politics. He's trying, but he's getting cooked, and he got so flustered that he had to throw Antoine's daughter in the mix as if she has anything to do with what's going on. Stick with the topic. Why are you bringing a whole another man as ammo? I'm gonna try to find that content real quick, ladies and gentlemen, to add context. Crazy work.
Something about his wife as well. So it was known.
Oh, I guess you could play it. Black people, do you think black people?
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around. You an ugly ass boy. You an ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
The Holcomb incident.
Now,
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga,
That's Cool
Don't-
Mo daughter.
that's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man.
That's some crazy work. Calling somebody's kid a woman, get dude off the screen. So you're talking about her looks? You're talking about an underage girl, her looks. You're bullying her. And you're potentially facing a lawsuit because, ladies and gentlemen, that is unacceptable. We cannot be talking about people's kids. A grown man attacking a kid, that's bullying. You didn't invite her on the show. You didn't have an interview. She doesn't even have a chance to rebuttal or defend herself. So now she has to find out. She has to hear about this. Hey, man, you know Corey is talking about you. And when she clicks on this video, that's some crazy work. And you're supposed to be a black man? That's some crazy work. Let's go back into the content, ladies and gentlemen.
What he said. That shit didn't make no sense. He said you got to uproot the people that's in power and then turn around and say voting is for suckers. And Corey from the crib. So I'm calling this shit straight down the middle. I ain't gonna get Corey no favor because he from the crib. I'm gonna call this shit straight down the middle since everybody want to know what I think. I'm gonna call it straight down the middle, but that right there was just some ignorant shit. You gotta uproot the people that's in power, but voting is for suckers. Make it make sense. That shit don't even make sense.
I ain't going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
That shit don't even
It's
make
not.
sense.
People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never.
Absolutely. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, our ancestors died for your right to vote, regardless if you think it does something or not. For minorities, your ancestors passed away, blood was shed for your opportunity to vote. So to be as ignorant to say we got to uproot the people in power, but voting doesn't matter, that's some crazy ass words.
Participate in no sucker shit. I'm going to show up and vote like a sucker.
And not
That was some ignorant shit Corey said. That's some ignorant shit. At the end of the day, yeah, you show up and vote because our ancestors fought for the right. That's why I vote. To be honest with you, I really don't give a fuck who in the White House. I'm gonna go get it regardless. From Republican to Democrat, ain't shit changed. Still gotta pay bills. It's the same shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I go and vote because my ancestors fought for the right so that I could vote. So I'm not going to disrespect them. So Corey, that's some ignorant shit he said. That's some ignorant ass shit. So Anton got him on that one.
Not only is it ignorant,
we had Republican presidents, we had Democratic.
Exactly. How do you uproot them without voting? That's the point I was trying to make.
I be trying to laugh
You got it. That's exactly what I was saying.
you're not even
We in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if it's local.
It
I don't
matters.
if you
It
vote,
absolutely matters.
that means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your
That's what it first-
ancestors,
that's- it's so funny to
didn't
me.
do it like this.
Because
Because people
I
went
agree
to
with Anton on
war
that.
when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's
It's
war.
all sucker shit
It's
going
a war
on.
every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
We
here.
need physical wars.
No, it's not.
Until
It's our
motherfuckers ready to
ignorance.
jump it off,
It's not.
we gonna always be
not.
talking.
It's
But
not.
see, real gladiators don't talk. Real
No, it's
gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control.
I don't know what the fuck Corey Holcomb talking about. I really don't. And I'm trying, listen, on everything I love, trying to understand what the fuck he talking about. But I just don't, I don't get where he going with this shit. I don't understand what the fuck he talking about.
Right now, we haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who
But
are you under control by?
It ain't, you under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that
I want to
woman?
know who the. Hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's
some crazy words. Ladies and gentlemen, now he's talking about this woman that's on the screen. Now, she decided to accelerate towards the direction of a government official. So that is her decision that she made. But to go as far to say F that woman, that's some crazy word. I'm not going to go that far. Second, Corey, he can articulate his words better. He's trying to blame the white man for all of our problems. That's some crazy work. Ladies and gentlemen, the white man's not going to stop you from going out there and get it. The white man's not going to stop you from paying bills. The white man does not enable you, does not stop you from walking out your front doors and doing whatever the F you want to do. We got to stop the victim man talking about blame the white man. Now, I understand a lot of injustice has been done. And when the cops do delete somebody from this world, 9 times out of 10, they will receive immunity. I do understand that. But we are living in 2026. To have a victim mindset is some crazy ass work. And then you want to backdoor and say voting doesn't matter, but we have to uproot the people in power. How do you uproot the people in power?
That's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America.
Antoine, you do not represent Detroit.
My experience with life is pretty awesome.
What?
Somebody told me probably like a little over 2 weeks ago, they like, you know, if you so rich and this and that, which I never even brought up money, but they like, if you so rich, if you got so much money, how come you know, not in a bigger place and all of this other type of stuff? I'm like, why would I spend additional money just to make other people feel good about me? Like,
move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood.
Just because you decide to live and die in the city that you was born in does not mean that you are the realest ninja in the world. I actually advise to move out of your city so that the people, when they see you glow up, doesn't have envy in their heart and try to delete you from this world. Because as we know it, rest in peace to young Dolph. If he was anywhere else besides Memphis, maybe he would still be alive. And I hate to speak on the dead, but it's some crazy ass work. How you in your own city and your own people want to see you out. And that's how it be. It's a crab in a bucket mindset. Somebody that you was in the same classroom with is now blown up, and now you're feeling some type of way. So you want to delete him when y'all was just friends. So once again, it does not make you the realest ninja to live and die in a city that you was born in. That's cap.
I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have fun with this content. You choose to have an interview with Fleece Johnson and you giggle and laugh like a little girl. How come you didn't say to Fleece Johnson, stop?
You look good. I got to see what's up with you, right? I mean, you don't think you look good? Not that. I don't look that good. Do you think you look good? Nah. Do you think you got a nice body? No. Nice butt? No. I do. Jesus Christ. You got low self-esteem, but let's get back.
Pause. Do you think you have a nice backside? He says no. Fleece Johnson continues to say, I do. And you laugh like a little girl? Crazy work, but you're supposed to be the realest ninja from Detroit, right?
I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
Well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
Do you think
when the cops shoot you, there's nothing that you can do about it? He could have said, when a cop deletes you, 9 times out of 10, these cops are going to walk away from what they committed. They're going to receive immunity. They're going to walk away. So I hear Corey, but once again, there's better choice of vocabulary words he could have used instead of talking about when a white cop shoots you, there's nothing that you can do about it. Oh man,
that's wrong what I
this
said?
is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said
this
when
is
the
so
cops
insane.
shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it. Like,
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Let me know your take on the situation. Is Corey wrong or is Anton wrong? I think they're both wrong. You know, we're in 2026 and this is how they started the year with beef that is leading nowhere. They didn't have an intellectual conversation to actually solve a problem and have, because two men can have a heated debate, speak their mind and walk away peacefully. They can agree to disagree, but to be name calling each other crazy ass phrases, talking about you suck, pause. That's a poor example to these kids. Let me know your take once again on the situation. Also, do me a favor and like this video. Subscribe to the platform. When I do go live, I'm going to run a couple of errands here. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you will be notified when I do go live.
Yeah, you tell me.
About what? I just pulled you up on the panel. I'm letting you say what you got to say.
Nah, you go first, because I don't want to be interrupted.
I just went first. I just talked for a whole hour plus.
I ain't hear nothing, so make me.
I don't have to substantiate my. If you got something you want to say, because I'm pulling you up on the platform to say what you want to say. If you got something to say, say it right now. Because you really not gonna listen. You wasn't controlling it. I played nice. I played nice on Lapeef, but you definitely ain't controlling nothing over here. So if hold on, wait. If you gonna pull up on my platform, either we gonna have a conversation, or we can just remove this, because I'm giving you the opportunity to say whatever you want to say. I'm not censoring you, but you're not gonna control what's happening over here.
Finished? I be trying to laugh with the bros. I tried to do last night, so I'm gonna pick up from what I said last night. First of all, I never.
We live in, and these politicians are just walking off thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump. They want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother. My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die?
Motherfuckers ain't in love with the game. Y'all don't respect the game.